same way I do.
Once every
They
lifetime.
don't. They don't.
They don't. Got him,
Look, this
got
one's
him,
got
got him, got him.
balls.
Why you got the
I don't like
testicle
that.
gun?
This one mates and then dies. This one mates and then dies. This one mates and has to run for its life before its mate eats it because he wants to kill it now.
I
That's
know
right.
they like lay eggs, but I guess spiders have sex. That's true. And so do mantises. But do like flies have sex?
Yeah, haven't you ever seen them on top of each other?
Everything bones.
The world is a disgusting place.
Except people with
Sorry.
blue hair.
Sure. The spider's having sex, soldier.
Destroy them.
Destroy the child.
Alright, roll you.
Yeah. Ready to butter that bread.
Ah.
Ah.
Wah.
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 Mm.
Wah.
I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm no longer here.
Butter.
Oh, you can't see. It's very dirty.
Alright.
I kill him as a free action.
And I throw him into the negative energy plane without a soul.
Destroy him or we'll never make it.
Boss, you killed a child. Amazing. Mission complete.
That right there is why you're the best. Last time on Death and Dragons, the party went to the Ardento Dominion Council to check in, tell them about the Iron Hand of Vecna that they have. The council were happy to help you with your endeavor, so Bed came with you, and Skylar Fleetfoot would meet you there. The group traveled to the Direlands, avoiding a standard inspection on Tunbed's authority, to look for a half-orc that Hetty had seen earlier, carrying the Sword of Kaz. The half-orc found you first, attracted to the dark artifacts, and ready to fight you. The situation was explained, and the half-orc Lukturk joined you temporarily. The party waited in an inn with Lukturk, while Tunbed found a suitable criminal that would be your host. Eventually, he returned with a shackled mage, and also with Skylar and someone Caddy recognized, her old friend Lillian, to become Skylar's apprentice. But they could talk about that later. The group left the city of Lasting Phoenix to do their experiment out in the jungle, where no one would be harmed. Grant spent a good 10 minutes rewriting the criminals' memories to allow them to willingly attune the Iron Hand of Vecna, eventually succeeding. The criminal lost their mind, ran a short distance, then underwent a dark transformation into a avatar of Vecna. The fight was difficult, as you had to ensure the Sword of Kaz dealt the killing blow to the Archlich, but little did you know that Vecna had his own plan to destroy the Sword of Kaz forever. But he was unable to achieve it, as Tunbed knocked him down and Lukturk dealt the final blow. The eye and the hand of Vecna were destroyed forever, and he left behind a magical dagger for Ren to take. Though the operation was a success, the Ardento Council members did witness Klexic use the flail of Tiamat during the fight. Tunbed attempted to order Klexic to attend a meeting back in Dalis to talk about it, but he refused, closed himself off. He and Ren would teleport back home, while the rest of you agreed to attend the meeting to try to smooth things over. Back in the council chambers, you discussed with the council Klexic's unique situation, the deals he made, and Tiamat's leverage over him. You promised the council Klexic's allegiance in the coming war against the Cult of the Dragon. Tunbed mentioned he would be expecting progress within a month's time, which is about a couple of weeks before the ships reach Mishara, and that he would have to consider less friendly methods for Klexic failed. With that, Delanara dropped you off at Hupatorbecky, and then took Gaius back to the Wraithmarsh Manor before leaving. Caddy stayed in Dalis to spend the day catching up with Lillian. After that, Ren went and continued on his quest. His personal mission for the Raven Queen in Nogos Nogon, where he was pursuing the trail of the previous champion of the Raven Queen. Within the Orc City, he found an Orc Necromancer raising a small force of undead. Accompanying the Necromancer was the reanimated corpse of the previous champion, which Saria asked him to kill to put them at peace. He had no problem sniping the bigger threats and cleaning up the lesser undead, and earned some favor from the Raven Queen. Now, a short time after that, it is the 23rd of Eliasis, and we'll come together to discuss Klaxik's problem. Research revealed that Tiamat holds the egg hostage from within a labyrinth underneath a fortress in the corner of Avernus. What's the plan?
Alright then, so glad you all could make it. I know it's been a long couple of days, but welcome to our AA meeting.
CA, Cult Anonymous.
I think it should be Curses Anonymous.
Cults and
Anonymous.
Curses Anonymous.
Now, are you having this meeting in person or over the Gaius phone?
Lexic
I can-
says. The
Yeah, we're
Gaius
having
one
in
would
front
be
of Klaxik's
impossible.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gaius
that's
phone
all.
only contacts me.
Yeah.
We have it at Rin's house.
Oh yeah, my house, which is almost done, I guess.
That probably would be done by now. Just getting like furniture.
Oh yeah, it was
at
only
this
gonna
point.
take like 30 days.
Yeah,
The
yeah, it's
hideout.
mostly
Paid
done.
for double time.
It's
I
just
know you
getting
took
like,
away a bunch of my money for the house, but did I ever even get the chance to start construction on that?
You've not started, no. You've been busy.
Robbed blind.
Yeah, I hired like every single builder in town. They've been busy.
Yeah, makes sense.
I paid well.
Alright, all gathered at Ren's house. Is everyone here? Xic and Meowie included?
I mean, Meowie can be there if they want.
I mean, this is Meowie's house.
Yeah, that's why Also, I think there was a brief plan in which Klaxik was uninvolved, so is he here?
Probably not.
Oh, Klaxik. I'm bringing Klaxik over here. This involves
Alright.
his kid. I'm not gonna.
I mean, the last conversation was with Lexic as well. Like, we weren't hiding anything from him.
Son of a bitch.
You are at your home base within the treehouse.
So my house is not a tree house. It's just made of wood.
It's a nice house.
Meowie's
Alright.
house is the tree house, and it's in construction still because it costs like 5 times as much as my house.
Right, yeah.
Because Meowie was like, I want a mansion, but also in the trees.
So you're in Ren's comfortable log cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, modern log cabin aesthetic is what I said.
So tiled floors. You got a 60-inch plasma screen.
With a 2024 log cabin.
Solar panels.
Yeah, solar panels.
Incinerator toilets.
All right, so I have a couple of plans. So start with plan 1.
Mm.
Through an incredibly arduous and incredibly painful process, a small group of us march our way across Avernus towards Tiamat's lair. Then Rin or I phase through the
Egg.
wall, grab the egg, and run away. Then I teleport us back out. That's the baseline of Plan 1. We have no idea what we're going to do with the egg after we take it, so that doesn't really seem like exactly the best plan. Plan 2 involves, we do the same thing, but it's mostly just me. I stop time from inside the wall, grab the egg, then teleport out before they can perceive me being there. That's Plan 2. I don't know the full scope of what Tiamat can do, but I can only assume a god might be able to perceive me standing in the wall ethereally, so I don't really know if that's even worth trying. Plan 3 is that I pretend to pledge allegiance to Tiamat, and then I covertly steal the egg at a later date.
That might work.
It might work. I'm quite good at lying. Keyword might. They might also just kill me, because I assume Tiamat knows all of us, and me showing up out of the blue to pledge my allegiance by myself would be really weird. And then, of course, we come to the last plan, where we tell the council to go fuck themselves. And we just simply, let the cards fall where they may, I suppose you could say.
Well,
Because if we simply hedge our bets and we assume that Tiamat will not be summoned at all, then Tiamat will be cast back into Avernus weakened, and we just simply wander in there and grab the egg. I feel like this last plan's probably the best one, because we have no actual real thing to do, anything to do with the egg. However, this does come with the problem. If you haven't already figured out the problem, it's the fact that the council suspects Clexic of being a Tiamat double agent, and then therefore all of us as being Tiamat double agents, so they probably will try to kill, capture, or imprison us.
I mean, they really want to help us out. If we can get the egg, they can watch it.
Because one has to assume they don't have the spare manpower to dedicate to a search for the egg, and most they might be able to send Amida, considering her abilities. And I assume the counts could hold their own against Amida if we described her to them.
I don't know about that one.
It's possible.
From what I've seen of her abilities, it's probably similar to my own, so they'd probably be able to fend her off. So anyways, in summary, do we want to trek through hell, or do we want to simply bet on the fact that Tiamat won't be summoned and we'll go take the egg from the weakened Tiamat later?
But we're still going to fight the cult, right?
Well, yes.
And Klaxik's going to fight by our side?
Clexic?
I mean, I don't really have the intention of turning everything over to a bunch of fucking tyrants.
So when Amateur or Tiamat sees you fighting against her cult, what's the repercussions there?
My family being in danger.
Yes, that is true. That is the other big issue, is the fact that the reprisal might not be in the form of trying to take the egg back. It might be in the form of Amina teleporting in here and leveling the town. If she's on the same level as me, she could probably do it in seconds. I could.
I genuinely think if we don't get Amateur on our side, this is most of these plans are not going to work.
Yes. Unless we wait until the last second to enact them right before we, begin the siege against Tiamat. Even then, they might still come with a repercussion. So then the alternative is, we try that dream plan from earlier, but we go visit Avernus. Remember that one, Klexic?
Oh boy.
Hell is it's an awful place. I did a couple days of reading. It's terrible. But I already got the planar attunement rod over here. So do we want to try to talk to Amida?
I'm not a tactical genius or anything, but I think Amadeur's the only part of Tiamat that can come and enact revenge if we steal the egg. So we need her on our side.
Or to kill her, one or the other.
Yeah.
I know you don't want that, Klexic, but it is simply... If we're going to go against Tiamat, it's one or the other.
I know.
Let's see. She's probably strong enough to be able to do that. Imprisoning her would be hard. Practically impossible, I'd wager. And on top of that, she has rather extraordinary magical abilities. There is the chance that upon telling her that we know, she will charm us, capture us, and then kill us in that order.
Considering what she did with the group of mercenaries back in Onor, I don't think that's too far off from what she'll do.
But the dream plan does come with the upside that it's Klexic talking to her, not us, so he can ask her questions that, coming out of my mouth, would probably have her try to serve me a death sentence.
Is everyone else here? Like, it would have taken like 2 minutes to get everyone else here.
Yeah, the 6 of you are here, right?
Should be.
I assume so, yeah.
Okay. Caddy, does your cloak thing make us immune to charm, or was it just advantage?
It makes me immune to charm.
Makes you immune. Okay.
It's advantage for everyone else within 30 feet.
Well,
Either
that's
way, I
something.
think Caddy can solo her. Anyways.
Let me solo her.
That is a fair point, but I do enjoy living. But anyways, any opinions?
I could try to convince her, but I don't know how well that's going to go.
Well, because we have to consider what exactly you'd offer her. Let's go ahead and go out on a limb and assume that Amida is separate enough from Tiamat that even if Tiamat gets defeated, she's still around and fine. Let's go out on a limb and just assume that. What exactly are you offering her that she couldn't physically really get for herself? Not a lot. There isn't really a lot that we can really offer Amida to want to be on our side other than you.
If we defeat Tiamat, then she can become Tiamat?
I don't know if that's how it works.
If we defeat Tiamat and she's still around, then she'd be in a much better position, right? Or does she actually care about her main body?
I would assume that the way that it works is that Unless we defeat Tiamat on her home plane within her own domain, she will simply regenerate. So if she does get summoned into our world and get kicked back, she'd be fine after a short recovery period. Of maybe a century or two.
Yeah, I mean, Vecna came back like 4 times within a month.
At least I'm applying what I know about demons to Vecna because they're living in hell, so...
Mm-hmm.
Can only assume a similar rule would probably apply. I think killing Tiamat inside our own lair is probably a step too high even for us.
Trying to rack my brain with it, but I don't know.
Because I cannot keep your entire village safe. Amida could level it within 12 seconds. Even if I was awake for the rest of the time. So you could still do it. Did Amida ever give you any method to contact her?
None to my knowledge.
Last time she met you when we were out in the desert, she didn't tell you, if you want to talk to me again, do this.
She always seems to find me.
Because at this point, I'm thinking that our honest bet has to be that Amida herself is separate enough that her feelings for you are different than the utility you bring, to put it simply. You aren't particularly good at lying, so I can't just drop you off in hell and you just happen to wander up to Tiamat's palace.
I could try going there myself, but
Yourself? You can do magic, can you?
it's not exactly something I've tried. Something I've felt.
So you think you could go there?
I don't know if I'd be able to come back.
Yes, that would be much harder to get you out of there then, other than the fact that I know where Tiamat's palace is. At least theoretically. Or alternatively, we all stand in a big circle in a field, and I try to use sending to talk to Amida. Then when she teleports in, we're all there to equidistantly oppose her and ask her questions. Because I assume she would arrive nearly instantly if I tried to talk to her and tell her about anything.
She probably wouldn't even come.
There's a fair point, she might not even respond to me. Well, we're walking around in circles without enough information. It could probably help if we somehow had a resource where we could learn about how God's aspects work.
Could take more time with that.
I could ask God.
Yes. Well, actually, I guess the Raven Queen does exist, and she's willing to talk to us. It's a pretty good idea. As much as I hate her. Just go to the plane of order and file an injunction against Tiamat. Tiamat's trying to be summoned to the mortal plane. Can you stop this? Please wait 3 to 5 business centuries.
Ask for child support.
Yeah. I want full custody.
I'm claiming full custody of my children.
Sue Tiamat in court for custody of your children.
Look at you, you're clearly evil.
Avernus is no place to raise a child.
Your alignment right here. It's evil. You can't raise a child with an evil alignment. That's illegal.
Can't do it.
What do you mean? Your lawyer over there has evil in his alignment? No.
That's not fair. All lawyers are.
Yeah, all lawyers are lawful evil. That's just how a lawyer works.
Legally required to do the job.
Either way, Amateur is the key in this. Either
Alright.
we need her help or she needs to die.
I don't even know if killing her would do anything, so more so we need her help or to incapacitate her until she can be dealt with more permanently. So in theory, we could probably manage to imprison her, I suppose you could say. If we could somehow manage to knock her unconscious and put these on her wrists as I pull out the planner shackles. These would prevent her from leaving. They're very hard to break, and they don't come off once they're on you.
But would such a thing work against an avatar?
I can only assume yes, because since if we presume the logical thing that an avatar is the god walking around in mortal form, I would assume they have to consign to mortal rules and laws that their godly selves can break. And thus they'd be bound by something as mundane as a 200 gold pair of shackles I got from a store.
I'm not sure if I would count on that, but don't have much of another option.
Anyways, in the order of operations, we go and ask the Raven Queen about avatars of gods and how separate they are. And I guess the Raven Queen herself has an avatar. It's a good testimony. The only other thing I could think of, and it's probably one of my stupider ideas, we could go try to talk to Bahamut. I don't know how that would even be physically possible, but nobody probably knows more about Tiamat than them, since they're like mortal opposed enemies, according to all my readings. I feel like arranging that meeting would be borderline impossible, though.
I don't see too many other options.
Well, let's ask the Raven Queen about that too, I suppose, while we're there. Alright, let's go adjourn to go talk to her.
Hey, hey, Raven Queen. Do you know Bahamut?
Can you set up a meet and greet with Bahamut?
All gods know each other, right?
Clearly.
I legitimately feel like the Bahamut would probably want to kill Klexic after learning of his plight. Like, you did
Yeah,
what?
he is Lord of Justice or whatever the fuck, so probably.
Yeah, I should probably not be there for this conversation.
Well, also to be fair, you didn't know what you were doing. You know, it was
Yeah.
only revealed to you after the fact, so it's not really like you did anything legitimately bad, but you know.
You got like parent trapped. Is that the word? Baby
But it's
trapped.
like you are the
Baby
father.
daddy.
Yeah, we gotta get fucking. What's that show called? Is it Maury?
I think it is. I have no idea.
Yeah. Yeah, Maury Povich. We gotta get him in. Gate him in to see if Klexic is the father.
Gate him in.
Get
Gate him
Jerry
in, father.
Springfield in here.
You are the father. Yes, I mean, no.
In the case of 1-year-old Tiamat Jr.
You know what? Alright, okay. I teleport us over to go talk to the Raven Queen.
Alright, go to Tiding.
Sure you don't want to walk for old time's sake?
No.
No.
I will let
It's
my
like
legs
a- it's
atrophy
like-
into stumps.
3 months boat ride.
Christ.
Have you guys solved the problem with Klexel again? No, we're still on the boat.
We're still on the boat.
We're traveling.
That's the secret, just travel. Now, Klexic, the other option, if you don't want to have to make any decision at all, is I polymorph you into an iron golem and we pretend like we killed you.
What the fuck?
And we just undo it later. I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, that kind of works.
I'm quite good at lying. I'm sure I could pull it off.
I didn't mean to forget some off my ass.
You'd still be you. You'd just be a lot more intellectually challenged and made out of iron for a while.
What was that drill robot called?
Fister? Spelunker.
No, Spelunker. Yeah, we just tell him we upgraded Spelunker.
They don't know Spelunk. I don't think they've ever seen him.
Amida might have. I don't remember.
You know what? Yeah, that is. Well, yeah, but I'm not trying to fool Amida. I'm trying to fool the council.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure Amida's seen Spelunker. I think we had him when she was around a couple of times.
Oh yeah, because he like died in Odinor.
He-
We met him.
He
in
died
Mentor.
guarding our super
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
ship land.
That was when we got to Odinor. So I think he died just before we met Amida.
Yeah, it was like just before.
Like the day before.
Wait, Onor, that place we destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
now I feel even less bad. Fuck that. He's even more. They got my land boat destroyed.
Can't believe Luke didn't let us have a land boat.
Lamborghini.
We did park it outside. That was a pretty classic
How much
mistake.
use would it be getting if you're still at it?
Luke like
A lot.
land boat
Constantly.
to OP. German lets you cast Wish a daily.
Wouldn't even learn
Yeah.
teleport if I had that.
Would have brought it home to my home nation and fucking drove it around town.
We'd still be like level 14 if we had that land boat. We wouldn't even have made it to fucking Dire Lands by now.
Because didn't we go into the Dire because we took forever walking around and some dude gave us a quest that we actually found a portal in?
Yes, it was right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember. It was right next to Sun God's Fields, that place where we also killed that dragon.
Multiple dragons dead by our hands.
Dead.
It's also the green one in the Spiritwood Forest that we fucking mutilated.
Alright, the Raven Queen doesn't like too many guests. So I guess I'll just take Ryan in because he's the one with the questions. He's the
Alright.
smart one.
I'm the one with all of the magical knowledge in the galaxy because I have my stupid rock. Every morning when I wake up, I just get a scroll menu. What spell would you like today, sir?
go to Tiding. Only Ren and Ryan go up to the temple. And with the avatar of Raven Queen. She will, of course, let you in to the Shadowfell side of the temple. Speak with the Legion of Ravens, if you wish.
Yes,
I mean, I feel like we could
guess.
just talk to the Avatar.
Yeah, to be honest, I could probably just ask the Avatar these questions. I don't really think I need to actually talk to the Raven Queen. That seems like a lot of.
Yeah, talking to the
Walking.
actual Raven Queen is also like, you know, she'd be like, "That's a privilege. Only Meowie and Ren get to do that."
Well, I mean, I am like half vampire. I feel like that it'd be like an affront for me to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. The Avatar will tell you, I am not as omnipotent as the original. Do not have the same knowledge, but I will answer what I can.
That's already a good point. I already enjoy that. Anyways, so what is the difference between an avatar and a god? That's what I'm gonna start with.
Avatar is the vessel through which a god may enact their duties upon the world. Only a god of sufficient strength can muster an avatar.
Hmm. Do you think that Tiamat should be able to have an avatar? I get the impression they're quite weak when it comes to gods.
We know for a fact that Tiamat has an avatar.
Yes, I know as well because I've met them. But their avatar is drastically different compared to Tiamat.
Did Brian ever meet the actual form of the Raven Queen?
No,
Was it
I
just
never
me
went in
and
there.
I'll look at Brian and say, yes, the avatar of the Raven Queen is quite different than the Raven Queen also.
Okay. So do you two directly communicate with each other, or are you simply formed to carry out their will, and it's more of a extension?
It is both. I am an extension of her will, and we can communicate.
Hmm.
Also, I believe I know what you are concerned of. Tiamat is a unique case in that she has two.
But she has two. What's the other one?
The more commonly known one is quite an accurate reflection of her true form.
So Amateur is the second secret avatar.
Yes, Amateur is the secret avatar that most gods are forbidden to talk about. And I entrust you will not share this information.
And I need to save my friend's life, so this information is only to be used in that respect. I won't tell anybody else. So how is Amida different from the typical avatar then? Are they not directly connected?
One could imagine the draconic form of Tiamat's avatar to be, well, an extension of her, like myself, to the Matron of Ravens. But the one you know of is different. And I am afraid I cannot answer any questions about its capabilities.
The Raven Queen?
Do I?
Can the Raven Queen herself tell me? Or are you both forbidden of talking about it?
Not forbidden. Do not know.
Ah. Well,
So-
capabilities aside, I want to know, does Tiamat directly influence Amida the same way a typical avatar would, or are they more free?
An avatar has their own free will, but is demanded to follow orders of the original. You could compare it to a simulacrum. I believe you are familiar with that.
Yes, I am familiar with that. But is Amida different simply because she's like a reverse of what Tiamat typically behaves like, and that's it?
It is possible.
From what I know of the situation,
You should expect that avatar to have quite opposite capabilities to the main avatar. For only they could only be two if they were different.
I've seen her capabilities. They do seem to be different than what I'd expect Tiamat to be doing, so... We can already understand that approach.
One of our other main concerns is that when we killed Vecna, he came back very quickly. Like, within weeks. Is this something Tiamat's avatars would do?
No, I believe that would be a unique feature of Vile Whispered One, being a lich who deals in phylacteries.
So
Normally,
if
an
we-
avatar would take quite some time to reform, depending on the power of the god.
Tiamat seems on the weaker side, so I would assume if we knocked Amina out, it would be a long time for reprisal, but however, if there are two avatars, that means the second one could simply deal the reprisal in her stead,
Naturally.
which does completely knock that option off the table.
But a big five-headed dragon is much easier to notice than Amina walking the streets causing mayhem.
That is true. How hard is it now? Don't take this the wrong way, but how hard is it for you to defy something the god wants? In your case, for example, if the Raven Queen told you to pick up a pen and you didn't want to, is it impossible?
It is difficult for me to answer that, for I always want Raven once we are one and the same.
Yes, that does make sense.
The situation with Tiamat is definitely unique. I'm not sure how that works.
I suppose we wouldn't know more unless we either talked to Bahamut, who probably knows a bit more, which might be impossible, or we go and talk to her ourselves, which will be exceptionally dangerous. Is there a reason why Tiamat has two avatars and not five, since they have 5 heads?
Let us be thankful that it is not 5. And I don't know.
Probably a piece of obscure lore lost to time. Has she always had two, or is it a recent thing?
She may be the goddess of chromatic dragons, but she is also a keeper of secrets. Do not know the answer.
Maybe it has something to do with her connection to the devils.
You speak of her residing in Avernus.
Yeah, most gods don't live in hell, right? That's,
Again, Tiamat is a situation. Something to do with the giant war aeons ago. That is the rumor, at least.
Well, this hasn't been exactly the den of answers I was hoping for, but it did help a little bit. I suppose we have to talk to Amida. There is no other way about it.
where are we doing this?
Well, we can either do it in hell or we can do it on the material plane. So,
If you require the Raven Queen's aid, you will have it.
why would you want to help us with this? We haven't even told you why we want to do this.
Well, first of all, it's not escaped our attention that the Cult of the Dragon is rising to take over the material plane. Something we are all invested in, one way or another. Your vanquishing of a significant amount of the Whispered One's power has not gone unnoticed either. As she says this, she looks at Grian.
And also, Brian, you should be aware that basically anything you say near me will go directly into the Raven Queen's ear.
Yes, I had already assumed that, considering you have a ghost following you in your shadow.
You don't know how well Amata would take it if she showed up and there was an avatar of the Raven Queen waiting. It might ruin any chance we have at a peaceful resolution with her.
Our factions are not enemies, nor are they allies. It would certainly bring more distrust.
But you see, the key issue is the fact that all of us know something about one of our friends that is not supposed to be known by any of us. So she's probably already going to be rather hostile when we all confront her.
What is your goal with it?
Well, yeah, I guess I'm going to assume you already know everything that I've told Rin. The goal would be ultimately to hope that for some reason she's different enough that her love for Klexic trumps any of her own held beliefs in Tiamat. And it's just different enough that she'll help us abscond with our prize and not attack Klexic's home village. It sounds a bit insane, honestly. Because as far as I know of her, she seems to be bound pretty tightly to Tiamat's will. But she is different enough that it might be possible. Because from our initial meeting, from what I remember,
It is
She's her-
definitely possible. I could conceive a situation in which I disobeyed the Matron of Ravens in order to help her in a further goal that she does not yet see.
yes, but that wouldn't really be helping Tiamat, actually. Well, actually, I suppose it kind of would. You know, that actually is an excellent point. If we could argue that what we're doing is better, Then what the eventual fate of Tiamat would be should she be defeated. That's an excellent point. We could just argue her into a good position.
I heard you can practice that sort of thing on a subreddit.
Yes. r/German man.
Arguing for the sake of arguing.
Gaslight Amida to thinking that kidnapping her child is the
No,
best
no.
option.
No. Okay, you see. What it is instead is the fact that Tiamat has a high probability of being defeated because we're on the side of the council. So therefore, if we abscond with the child, it'll be raised in a nice environment, as opposed to being stuck in hell with a dead Tiamat. Kuxa can give the child a better home than Tiamat ever could. And from what I understand, she's the side of Tiamat with empathy. I think this might actually work.
I hope I have been able to help you in this day. Do you require anything else?
No, not that I can particularly think of. Anyways, let's go tell everybody else we actually have something of a plan.
The Avatar gives a respectful bow and then backs off into a shadowy corner and disappears.
Yeah, I think I would give a deep bow as well. Like real deep.
I don't bow.
Of course, naturally. Alright, you return to the rest of the party, sitting in an open tavern on a cornered road, sipping vodka.
I think I have a plan.
Actually get some answers.
Yes, should we go talk somewhere more privately other than the corner of this bar? Or do we want to just sit here and all discuss generalities?
Probably somewhere more private.
Yeah, right. I'll teleport us back to Ren's house.
Of course, as you do.
So anyways, after talking with the Avatar, I came up with a much better plan. You see, an Avatar can disobey a god, if it is something that would be in the god's best long-term interests. Now, Klexic, from what I understand, Amida is the side of Tiamat with empathy, right?
As far as I understood, yeah.
So, the winning course here is we simply convince her that it's better for the child to be raised by you in your loving hometown than be raised in hell with a dead Tiamat after she loses. The child will be raised in a much better environment. She has empathy. I can only assume she knows how terrible it would be to have a child raised in hell.
I would just need to convince her of that.
Yes. And on top of that, she could come and visit the child whenever she wanted.
None would have to be the wiser.
And then on top of that, we could throw onto that argument the fact that Tiamat's leverage over you via the egg and your own conflicting interests with your family versus us versus the council versus the safety of this plane could mean that Tiamat herself might smash the egg in her anger, thus further endangering the child. So therefore, the correct answer is to let us have the child, right?
Right.
Ultimately, Tiamat is losing nothing in this deal. The child is still being raised. Is it not?
Still big to that benefit, yeah.
Now we just need to think of a way to present this concisely to her.
And find her.
Write up an email.
Just email her.
In 25 words or less.
Yep.
Yo, girl, where you at? We need to talk.
We take a baby. Good for you. Going.
Send me
lose
child by
Tiamat.
email.
Shit, what the fuck?
Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. Well, I can think of an easy way to do this. We simply go to Avernus and I use sending to tell her that we're here and Klexic wants to talk to you.
That is a very big leap, but yeah.
And also, the other thing we learned, Klexic, Tiamat has 2 avatars, not just one.
So she
That's why
looks-
we've abandoned the plan to kill Amina, because the second avatar could also come and enact vengeance.
Alright.
And the second avatar is also apparently much like Tiamat, so no.
Everyone make a religion check.
Yeah, sure.
Religion.
What is my religion?
Oh boy. It's not looking
Losing my
good.
religion.
Free reroll, I wasn't on sorcery point. Oh, that's much
True.
better.
That's very true. So. The main avatar, Tiamat, is takes her likeness, being a giant dragon with 5 heads. You recall that, of course, it is not Tiamat, and it is quite commonly summoned. It's not like a thing that Tiamat spawns of her own power. The aspect of Tiamat is usually spawned from a large amount of wealth being sacrificed to summon the Wrath, the angry Tiamat god.
So if you sacrifice enough cash from your credit card, you can summon the angry Tiamat to do stuff.
So
Yep.
basically, if the cult's gone, there's no avatar to worry about.
Hmm. So we could take them out ahead of time.
Yeah, so in theory, then, yeah, well, if we didn't take out Amina, then in theory, there would be no reprisal if we won. In theory, of course. Tiamat is apparently weak enough that creating another avatar takes a lot of effort. So any other avatar wouldn't be around for a while, and she's a unique case with her multiple avatars. But I still think the convincing Amina is entirely possible. Because after all, none of us want anything bad for the child. We just want to eliminate the leverage, and then we can use that reasoning to our own advantage. So anyways, do you want me to try that? We can try to talk to them tomorrow, I suppose.
Just be very cautious.
Oh, yes. It'll be very hard to broach the subject. But this is something we need to do. The Raven Queen also offered her help, but I think that would probably completely sour any potential. reasoning we could have is it'd be clear that we were just there to kill her. That we enlisted a god to beat her into submission, which clearly is not a good idea.
Mhm.
And 24 words asking why you raise good egg instead.
Jobs that require you to send like a recording of yourself answering questions. People who make this should be shot.
Oh yeah. I had to do that once for like a job at Target and they didn't even contact me back. That was the worst job application ever.
Yeah.
It was just like a ramble into a microphone. So anyways, I think it'd probably be best if we contacted her from the material plane, which can work.
Set it up initially and get her feet on it.
Well, because then it wouldn't let on immediately that we know too much. If I contacted her from Avernus, it would imply that I gained some extra knowledge that she might not want. Then I can begin reasoning with her after you gently broach the topic about it. In front of all of us. I think that's the most important part, is that you have to begin the conversation. If I start it, it will look like I am simply trying to lie to her.
Alright.
But anyways, we can do that tomorrow. I can't do the magic now, so adjourn until tomorrow, and then we'll see where this takes us. Do we want to do this somewhere else?
Yeah, let's not summon her in this forest.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend somewhere else.
Maybe like the middle of a desert or something.
That same canyon where you thought that one night walker.
The exact same canyon. I saw some sand in one of my
Died.
shoes from there.
Yeah.
And we go to Honor. That's a good spot.
That would be
Oh yeah,
very
there's
fun.
a huge crater in the middle of the city we could use.
Oh my god.
We show back up to
Big
Honor and we're like,
asshole.
aren't there those people that did that awful thing again? And just another giant explosion that gets angry and destroys more of the town.
I'm pretty sure more than half that town doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
If it does, holy shit.
I mean, Honor is like the second biggest city in the world. Only a couple hundred people died.
Rin, you've been there and seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like somewhere between 5 and 10% of the city.
Ooh.
Now, the other important part of this to bring up, Claxic, is the fact that you'll basically be stating your intentions to betray Tiamat. In the fact that you will basically have to tell her that your allegiance is not with them. As far as I know, that is something you agreed to, is it not?
Yeah, that's kind of what makes this a big issue.
Now, God, what exactly is the nature of a verbal contract between a mortal and an avatar?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Yeah. This does include the possibility that something else awful happens to you. So I'm still leaving on the table that I can turn you into a golem and we pretend that we killed you.
I don't think that's going to work.
It would work.
Oh, for the council, yeah.
Because ultimately this is going to come down to us trying to talk directly to Amida and convince her that giving us the egg is a good idea because it ensures that the child is raised in a safe environment. And on top of that, we might also be tipping the council's hand that we know where we are preparing to stage an attack against them. There's not a lot of good answers here, I'll admit. So I'll leave it up to you, Klexic. What do you think is best? We are doing all of this for your sake, after all.
I could try to just go see if I could speak to her directly now. She is down there.
Either or I could use sending and try to bring her up here. I'm sure that she might show up if I told her that you wanted to talk to her.
I don't think she will.
You don't think she will? Historically, Klexic, you going into a den of multiple people that disagree with you and trying to convince them of something hasn't worked out well.
I know.
However, though, I think that it might work best coming from you. So if you want to try that, I'd probably say it has the highest chance of succeeding.
Do you think people in this sort of setting will recognize a bard, like trying to ask them for a discount on the horse, and the horse sells like, no, fuck off.
Fuck you.
I want the barbarian to try and ask me.
Yeah, I joked about that before, where it's like they see the high charisma looking
Yeah.
man and like, no, I'm not negotiating with you. Get out of my face. Let me talk to the ugly guy in the back.
That man in the back. That man who looks like he got kicked by the very horse I'm trying to sell you.
That
I mean,
man
that's the thing people do in real life. They're like, that guy looks gullible. I'm going to sell to him.
Mm-hmm.
Brr.
It's a real life thing.
Well, yeah, because it's like,
Hello, tourist. You want to buy a piece of Tutankhamun's fucking tomb?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
it's like, how are you selling this on the street? No, I'm not talking to him.
Me when I get peer pressured by someone I've never met before into buying something I don't need. Because I'll disappoint them if I don't. So
well,
are you resting a day and then sending?
or does Klexic want to go try to talk to
Yeah, or is he...
her directly?
Try and
Because
go
I can't
talk to
pull
her
you out of there
directly.
easily. I can't pull you out of there easily, Klexic.
I know. At least it'll be my fuck up and not yours.
I'll check in after a day, and if you tell me you need help, we'll come get you, alright?
What? Heck.
It's classic.
Perfect. See the 20 charisma. Man.
Let's see. Where is my birthday? Here we are. It's the same as Caddy's.
Oh yeah, didn't we do like a double birthday party in Onor or something?
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh no, the cursed city now.
Oh no, it's just gonna.
No,
keep
it wasn't Arnor. It was Texas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tex ass.
It's right after we got to the boat. I remember.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And also, I'd like to remind everybody that after Klexic leaves, that there is a high probability that Amida might read his mind and figure out that we all know, so be on guard. But I suppose all of us would be on guard if Amida said teleported in your peripheral vision. Regardless. I suppose then it's settled. Klexic, do your best to convince her. Can you come back after you do this shift thing?
I should be able to, but I would need to get a short rest.
Good old SR.
Alright.
In the middle of town? Why?
That's not suspicious.
Yeah.
Just in case Yamada appears to enact vengeance.
Surely she wouldn't do it within 5 minutes of him asking, hey, you know.
Maybe.
I'm worried about my conflicting loyalties that, you know, the, like, Tiamat might destroy the egg because I might not be able to bring myself to stand against the entire material plane. Could I have the egg to take care of it?
Hey, women.
We're all, like, sitting in chairs next to the town fountain, like, drinking. It's like, what are you doing? Keeping watch.
Yeah, town guard,
hanging
town
out.
guard. You guys don't usually do this.
Jedi business. Go back to your drinks. That is a good point, though. If we go and sit in the middle of town, it is very likely she'll teleport there.
It's true. So I'll do this outside of town. In the southern forest. Out of sight.
Where Ryan wants to make his mansion.
Exactly.
I mean, I was gonna make it near Ren, because, you know,
There you
we're
go.
friends. Like, you know, like over here, maybe.
A little further in. Not too far.
I want deeper in the woods for non-related reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
His vampire dragonborn showing up on us.
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of my family doesn't like sunlight, so, you know.
Never have an issue with manticores ever again.
Manticore.
Manticore.
Can I cast glibness on another person?
If
I
only.
think it's on myself. But I'll go
Surely.
look. If I could, that would be so amazing.
Would be good. Wish cast glibness on other person.
It's on myself. That's disappointing.
But do you have distant spell?
Yeah, I do.
Self doesn't.
Oh no,
I don't think self.
Only touch gets.
Yeah.
Me on my way to do all self-range spells to my entire team.
Cast shield for other people.
That would be fucking hilarious.
To be fair, that would actually be pretty cool. Because it still uses your reaction, it leaves you
Yeah.
vulnerable.
You gotta use sorcery points as well.
Like, that's not even that overpowered.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, anyways, like, I guess we're leaving Klexic to go and go do this. I'm seeing if there's any spells I could give him to make his life easier.
Probably not much.
No, I think there is one. It's like I need to wait for the page to load.
Mind blank.
Yeah? Foresight. It lasts for 8 hours. He gives you advantage on all attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws.
Just give him straight up ultra instinct.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait till tomorrow, Brian will totally do that for you.
I will wait till tomorrow, since we still have Make sure everything's ready.
Alrighty.
Oh, my, no pressure.
Everyone
Yeah,
just
no-
having a sleepover in Ren's log cabin, or?
There's only 2 rooms.
I'll go have a nice dinner with my family.
Yeah, you have a house.
I'm sure blueberries will be over shortly.
Cool. Everyone will go to Klexik's house,
Alright.
and Flourish Tech will leave and go to Rin's house.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's helping me with the plumbing.
You spent a lot of your money already. Are you able to pay for it?
Oh, no, my wallet. It's empty.
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, I know another way you could pay.
Oh, God.
I have a secret technique that will allow you to get your plumbing done for free. Now, it requires that you suck their dick.
Material
you could help-
component is seen.
No. You can help me with some plumbing of my own to offset the cost. I have a pipe that needs to be washed.
A
Christ.
pipe that needs wrenching.
Burn it.
I'm not going to confirm or deny that that's exactly what happens, but
We're gonna leave it up to imagination.
Imagination.
I
Alright.
used wish. Show me. Yeah, anyways, so I guess we wait until tomorrow and I give Klexic foresight.
Yeah, you have a chill, relaxing rest of the day. Maybe some anxiety. And the next day takes over.
Foresight. And then I go into the woods, never to be seen again.
Hey Josh, have you seen what's it called?
And I assume I gave him a bunch of all the details I researched about the Tiamat's temple so he can get really close to it.
Yeah, you
Right,
don't need
yeah.
to worry about that.
So what was it called? The one with little pervert boy,
What the fuck?
Rudius?
oh, Mushoku Tensei?
Yeah, that one. Josh, have you seen that anime?
Not at all.
It's
Okay.
so good. What's the question?
I was just gonna describe how Foresight looks. You know how he's
Oh,
got
wow,
that demon
yeah,
eye.
he literally has the eye of foresight.
The third eye.
All right,
Yeah,
just,
so, like-
just imagine observation hockey. Everyone knows what that is, right?
There you go. It works.
Yeah, so upon having Foresight cast on you, there is now an overlay of the world that is happening at the same time as the regular world, but 6 seconds in advance. Sight and sounds.
Alrighty. To listen
Get
to that.
sick so fast.
Yeah.
Bigger. Nice little spell. Magically, you get used to it immediately and you don't get sick. It's fine.
Naturally attuned.
But, like, yeah. But I imagine that's what it would look like.
Alrighty. It's finally time.
It is time. Use your boon.
I flex my celestial prowess.
Alright, you're doing this alone in the woods?
Yes. It
Alright.
only works for me and me alone, so.
Yeah.
Do this, and very much like Thanos, a very short portal opens, but then stepping through to where I was originally introduced before Tiamat.
Yep. Will be pulled into the center chamber. Some like foreboding.
Heart beating 10,000 fucking steps per second.
Black pits, all reliable. But you appear in the middle of that plate, surrounded by talons of Tiamat, with Tiamat herself before you.
Immediately take a knee before her.
A five-headed dragon is generally quite hard to read, but you immediately sense that she's a bit cross.
I apologize, my queen. I assume this is from the one that was trying to be convinced that my party had met.
Your tardiness will be forgiven. Your actions against Chardalon II will not. He had already declined my invitation, though it isn't a terrible loss. But the champion of Tiamat should have a better reputation than that.
It was my own arrogance and zeal to prove myself. I apologize.
I'll consider this a slip-up, and that you will do better. Heard of what you and your merry band are up to?
Vecna is no longer in opposition.
Some good news. Still, I sense the army of the material plane amassing.
They know. They are hunting for any way to stop it.
You may continue with your charade to be on their side, but when the time comes, you will help.
Of course, my queen.
I will be watching you. Make any more moves against the Dragon Cult, and there will be consequences.
I will not harm any of those who already come to your aid inside.
All five of the giant heads glower at you for what feels like a full minute before the tone lightens. He says, "Good. Now, it's time for your reunion." A couple of the heads swivel around and brought forth from behind the giant form of Tiamat is Amateur, who was happy to see you.
Instantly, just lightning and the absolute fear, but then it's almost a right
And-
hope.
Closely following behind her is holding the hand of a small dragonborn child. And you notice that's the egg that Tiamat cradling. It's not the same one.
Slowly stand up.
They all make their way over to you. Quaxic, dear, it's good to see you.
I
Sorry
missed
I've
you.
been away all this time. I, for lack of a better term, was grounded after the last incident.
It's understandable. I need to be better myself. Extremely overjoyed at both. What's your name?
I am brave. Are you Quaxic?
Yes. Your father.
He looks up at she nods, and then he runs in and hugs your leg.
Immediately go to pick him up.
Yeah, Amata and Brave are both wearing white togas with gold lining. Very Greek style.
Royalty.
Yeah, and he continues. Mother has been telling me all about you. Stories of what you've all been up to.
Fighting the undead. And others who haven't joined us probably will soon.
You know, it all sounds so awesome, and I want to see, but Mother's says I can't.
Well, when you get a little bit bigger.
And I'll get bigger. I'll train just like you. I do workouts every morning.
Exactly. Get you just as strong.
Yeah,
Have you just as smart as your mother.
yeah. Your little godling child is very much a ruby dragonborn, just as you.
Oh, God. It's adorable.
Yeah. As his namesake, he is very forward with all the things he says and the questions he asks.
More than happy to answer them.
Yeah, Brave would, for as long as you're willing to, like to hear all of the stories Amata has told him thus far, but from your perspective.
Oh, hell yeah. I am sharing all the good stories and showing him all the scales and trophies that we've collected over the time.
Is happy to sit by your side and listen and, like, hug your shoulder. And a while into your story, you'll notice that, first of all these Dragonborn guards, very passive, very unmoving, but Tiamat herself is also listening to your stories and has a small smile on just one of the heads.
Parenthood can melt anyone's heart. I don't suppose we have more time. Looking between both of them.
So to say, I suppose we have more time?
Yes.
Says, you can stay here as long as you like.
The betrayal begins.
In a couple of months' time, Talker should be born. Hatched.
I'd like to be here for that.
If Brave's pattern is to be followed, then should be sometime around Marpanoth. We'll call you.
This is going to be a much better time than I thought. Unfortunately, there was probably the matter of the council that had seen me use the flail at one point. Mostly
Oh,
fighting
dear.
Vecna.
Oh. What has come of that?
I did not heed their counsel, but I've my friends speaking on my behalf to them. So I'm not going to submit to their demands.
If you are in trouble with council who opposes us, you don't need to be concerned about that.
I'll probably still be trying to watch me.
Well, Tuck glances back at Tiamat. Shouldn't be too much longer.
I'm glad to hear that.
How long would Klexic like to stay here in Tiamat's lair?
Probably quite a few hours spending time with Amida and Brave. Especially for reciting many of the stories I've already practiced in the theater as well.
Yeah, you can definitely count that as a short rest also.
I figured as much.
Huh.
1 child, 2 child, 3 child, 4.
Oh yeah, you wanna fuck?
I mean, he's not gonna turn it.
Not like in the middle of the room here,
Yeah,
but
no shit.
What do you mean? Why not in the middle of the room? Cowards?
I see. Klexic is at the point where it's like, alright, we're already in this too deep. Let's make a second hostage.
how about
What do
Yeah,
you mean
what do you mean
second?
second?
There's
This is
already
third
second. Did you pay
hostage.
attention?
Right. Third hostage. Sorry.
Third.
I did.
But no, Calexic, this is your opportunity. Be like, yeah, let's fuck in this private room where no one else can hear us.
Yeah.
Snap your neck. Snap your neck. Where I can snap your neck. Where I can snap your neck.
We're in too deep, guys. He's too stupid.
We knew this. But we let him go anyway.
Well, to be fair, I was just like, I don't want to make Klexic's decision for him, but I feel like he might have made a poor decision for him.
I don't
That's
know.
every decision Klexic has ever made.
Yes.
What do you
It's in
mean?
character for me to let him make it again.
It's perfectly
You know what?
legal.
You know what's funny? If we went with Urgy plan and it somehow succeeded, I would have stolen this egg, and
It'd still
like
be
this
brave.
kid would, the kid would be like, "Man, whatever happened to my dad?"
What happened to my dad and my brother? Like, bruh.
Yeah, I was very excited for all these plans you came up with to finally arrive in this room and be like, oh, there's a child. Now what?
You can put him in the bag too.
Yeah, I mean, I can bag that child. Tag and bag.
Tagging him, bagging him.
Forcefully plane shift the child. Yeah.
Look, I can move like 240 feet around, bro. I'm good. I can kidnap
but
a
can you-
child.
Drag him into the wall?
Yeah,
Once you're
if he's
carrying
in
him,
my
he
bag
comes
of-
with you.
If he's in my bag of holding.
Bruh. Okay.
Hold your breath, kid.
That's fucked, man.
That's pretty bad.
There's
Well,
I don't see what's wrong with that.
He won't remember. He's an infant.
You'll also be dead.
Ryan will just memory wipe him afterwards and
Yeah, it's
resurrect him.
fine
It's
if he
fine.
does. That's right.
Fuck
Yeah,
me.
don't kneel down to Brave and say, go hang out with the other mother, sweetie. Daddy and I need to have a chat. Brave, go. I'm over here. And the two of you will elope around a corner and then through a illusory wall to a well-decorated bed chambers, very comfortable.
Oh, hell yeah.
And she hands you a coupon that says unlimited cream pies. All you get.
We're cashing in immediately. Let's go.
Nice. Okay. You do that for some hours. You can return when you wish.
I mean, you gotta have aftercare. Cuddles, man.
Of course. Yeah, so I imagine Lexica's gone for like half a day.
Probably, yeah. Fucking.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Well, we were sitting in the middle of town to make sure that Amina didn't spontaneously teleport in and murder everybody. I have no way of checking in with Klexic until tomorrow. So
Alright.
I'm just sipping some wine and enjoying the day, I guess.
I feel that Lexic is off making his own mistakes, as usual. I
roughly
would request
50%.
that I return to the manor.
Oh, you want me to take you there? Can't do
I
anything
would
else
like
today
to continue
anyways.
my work.
Alright. Bamf Bamf, you're back, I'm back.
Hell yeah!
It's got an Excel spreadsheet to fill out.
Yeah, don't worry. And the master of the house is helping me. He's like, why do I have homework?
It would be Excel spreadsheet.
What are you gonna say? Fucking Lanius help you?
Yes.
He's no good at that.
Why would he be good at paperwork?
It'll just be advice on his part. What he
Okay,
thinks is a good idea and what's not.
Do you think I should call it Kill Murderers XL?
Kill Murdered Fuck Squad. What do you think? I fucking love it.
That's a fucking perfect name.
Our house will be protected for generations by the Kill Murder Fuck Squad.
And the symbol is an eagle with two M16s behind it.
And a giant cock.
Much of Lanius's time these days is spent home tutoring Sebastian,
Who is now alive.
who is alive again. But yeah, he'll help you. What he can. Now, within Avernus somewhere, depths of Tiamat's labyrinth in the fuck chambers.
A furious slapping of meat.
Now turn Klexic lay on the quadruple king-size bed under the covers, tastefully covering anything for our Twitch viewers.
Sensor bars. That's all you need. Sensor bars.
Amida takes a long drag of a fancy cigarette. Says, "So, does duty call anytime soon?"
Not anytime soon.
Nice. 4 more hours later.
Going to until the bed is destroyed, man.
Basically, at this point, do you return home on the same day or the next day?
Probably the next day.
Okay. After sitting out in the town square until sunset, Klexic has not returned. MIA.
He's dead.
I assume you will rest in the town and prepare sending to check on him.
Yeah, tomorrow. I told him I would, so.
Sure. Alright, morning comes around. You have sending prepared. Amador is doing terrible things to Klexic.
I can't wait to hear this sending.
Oh, no!
Oh gosh, I'm doing okay. Nothing bad's happening. Hello, Klexic. I hope you're not dead. How is it going on your end?
We'll roll a d100.
Yeah, I know. I was just bringing up sending to check the.
Yeah,
It's 5%. Okay.
5%.
Go. Yeah, okay, it's succeed.
Oof.
Cool.
Oh boy. Really good.
So here's that while getting his dick sucked. What do you
Yeah.
say?
Really, really good. Oh, fantastic. Best of my life I've ever experienced.
Grind just sitting in his bed, you know, like in his pajamas, hearing that in his head, just like, I can't believe. Why is he so insane?
Why is he so fucking dumb? Someone get him a headband of fucking intellect.
I'm gonna go staple a headband of intellect to his skull.
He's working on it.
I'm literally working on that. I'm fucking trying, my guy.
Couldn't make it soon enough.
I couldn't get it made fast enough.
Why is he so fucking stupid?
He's a fucking idiot. Sending again. Klexic. Did you even talk to her a little bit about this, or are you doing what I think you're doing right now?
It's difficult to know about that. I talked to her.
The only thing you get back in response is Klexic in the climax going, I'm coming!
For the beast!
Damn it, Klexic! You son of a bitch! We trusted you!
What did he even say in the reply?
Yes, I talked to her. Not about that, but I talked to her.
That's not better!
Sending again.
Hit him again.
Hit him again.
Are you going to get to the point, or are you going to be waylaid there for the foreseeable future?
I'm gonna get to the point. It's getting to the point.
Sure showed him my point. Oh.
I'm just going to get up, get dressed, and go walk on over to Rince.
Holy fucking shit.
And I really want to, like, destroy this material plane already. Then I won't have to deal with problems anymore.
Burn it all.
Knock, knock, knock.
Rin's not an early riser. Someone else would probably come to the door.
Oh!
Meowie?
No!
Oh,
Blueberries.
answering the door is Furishtek with like a small blanket tied around his waist, like towel style. Oh hey,
Hello.
good morning. What's up?
I wanted to talk to Rin, but I assume he's still asleep.
He's awake. I can get him for you.
Yeah, alright.
Give me a minute.
Is that
Well,
one
I'll go
avatar?
sit
It's
on a
the
tr-
other.
Grind will just go lay on a tree stump and just be depressed.
It's like these are the friends I chose.
They're friends I got stuck with.
Yeah,
I
go
can't
back
believe
inside.
I can't believe I thought this would work out. How could I be so stupid?
The best
thought for
of
one-
plans.
I thought for once I could let him handle his own problems. I think I heard him creating a third problem, second maybe even for us.
I feel it.
Feel it deep inside.
Rin will come out with just some pants on, but sit next to you on the porch. You want some tea?
I want to kill Klaxik.
Is he dead?
No, it's worse.
He's balls deep, isn't he?
Yes.
You think he even talked to her at all?
No.
Are we gonna message her ourselves then?
I don't know. I mean, I hope that I can actually talk to Klexic when he isn't plowing the fields, but I don't know if we're ever going to get that opportunity. He might never even come back. I can't believe I thought he'd be able to handle this.
Yeah, your timing's gonna have to be good. The Klexic bloodline reloads quickly.
I'm sitting there doing my Excel spreadsheets, and suddenly I kind of look up at nothing, kind of confused. Like, I have this feeling that Brian really wants to kill Klexic right now.
Felt the disturbance in the force, like Brian wants to drop a meteor.
A
Sit
fucking
there like,
chill waft through the air.
Maybe I should behead Klexic. No, I'll wait till Grind's done. Go back to paperwork.
Moon walks in. Force cage. Grind will just sit there and drink tea on the porch, depressed. Such hope for the future. Look at where we are now.
You two could be balls deep and crazy.
No,
No.
my intelligence is too high for that. I can't physically do it.
I can't allow myself to fall for that trap.
I'll give it another hour, then I'm gonna try again. Klexic, are you going to talk to Amida at some point?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to talk to her about it before I leave. There is another situation that made it more challenging.
Oh, one second, let me roll again then. Actually, let me make an intelligence check to see what Grind deduces from that sentence. Higher than a 15 means that I assume the worst case scenario.
More child.
No, okay. Natural one. I'm too depressed to think about it.
Too annoyed in the morning.
That's getting it like I should kill myself. It's already over.
Klexic. Are you making it worse by pledging more oaths to her or something?
There's so many spell slots today.
Yeah, I don't care. I have spell points. This is a 3rd level spell. This costs me basically nothing.
No oaths, just Amida's stuck.
Ascending again. What do you mean stuck? Do you mean that she's physically chained down?
A momentary interval, probably. Meaning the other is not letting her leave. Grounded was her words.
Sending again.
God damn.
That actually might be good news. That might mean that she has actual free will then.
Could work in her favor. I'll try to find out what I can before leaving.
Oh, thanks for the toast. Well, I have some good news for you. It seems she might have free will, Rin.
Alright.
Because apparently, she's been grounded by her larger half.
So she did something the real Timon didn't like,
Yes.
which means she can.
Oh, I suppose we'll give him another 5 hours and I'll check in with him again.
Probably cook till like, 1 or 2 more hours before, more than likely having them return to the material plane. Even though I don't have to.
No, yeah, you don't have to. You could just be dead to the world now.
It's true. I could be busted nuts and deep in guts for the rest of my existence.
You
could,
sure
which-
could, buddy. You sure could. I can't wait to assassinate you.
Oh, great. So that's a
Force cage.
No.
I'm sending you to the negative energy plane.
Hmm.
See ya, buddy.
Plane shift
Alright,
home.
Brian, you're gonna be waiting here for a while, right?
I mean, I can go somewhere else if you don't want me to be here.
No,
I
no,
can
no. These are
understand.
carrot seeds. These are potato seeds. Over here is where we're starting the garden.
Damn, I wish I was dead today as well.
You have any magic that can help with this?
Let's see, I can freeze the ground solid, I can disintegrate it, summon the meteor. Let's see, no. Unless you have a really, really big farming implement, I can use magic to make it, furrow the ground.
No, I'm only feeding a couple people.
I figured as much. I really want to kill Klexic. Can't believe that he's doing this.
Here, tilting a disabled sister. What's up?
See? Clip it and ship it.
Damn.
I'm gonna get beat up now.
What?
Like, damn.
I'm
What?
just gonna beat you up. Alright, we wait 5 hours.
Yes,
What's
Alright.
an action?
I will,
What happens in 5 hours?
well, I mean, you know, we have 2 more hours of fun after all the conversations.
Oh yeah, sure.
But, before collecting myself and making myself a little more presentable to what I usually travel with.
The suit and tie out of your bag.
It's true, it's true. The lack thereof, I should say. The one that disappeared years ago. Especially looking to Amida. So what'd you think of my hometown?
It was nice. Very pretty.
See yourself sharing a house there? All of our children.
That sounds nice.
Usually I'm the one getting in trouble. Leaves me curious what you did, Ningen. Grounded, per se.
Oh, it was at the Desert Vein Gap. Wasn't supposed to get involved, but didn't want to see you get hurt either.
Comes with the territory.
My existence is very secretive. This is the most I've ever been out, and it's very risky.
You risk it for me.
I would. Never met someone like you.
Never met anyone like you. Just kind of hold her tight.
I fucked again.
Look at her eye to eye. You ever just want to disappear together?
He's doing something stupid.
What do you mean, Quex?
Escape all responsibility. Us and the children. Live
Quex, you have too much responsibility, let alone me. I said not leave. Remember who I am.
I know for what.
Goddess of all chromatic dragons. There's a lot of followers who do everything you tell them to.
You love them as much as me.
Disappear. Could disappear if dragons ruled the world.
It's the only way we could disappear, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that, but it would be the easiest.
Hmm. Because I've always viewed things a little more simply. wanted to go and live a quiet life together, we could just do that. Neither of us being hurt anymore. No one threatening our children.
Is there something threatening our children?
Yeah.
We're the only ones who know about them, aren't we?
I'm just worrying. The council is going to persist after me. This might be the only time we have to vanish without having to be stuck here. Let Brave see the world. His father is helping protect and conquer. Make ready.
Oh, do you want the four of us, you, me, Brave, Talker, to elope to some corner of Drathian with the amulet of proof against detection? Was that your plan?
I know it's never that easy.
It's definitely not that easy.
I wish it could be.
I wish it were.
I love you. And I want to keep you safe. I want to keep our children safe.
I know, baby. Come here.
Pick her up and kiss her anyway.
2 hours later.
Is it time for me to do sending again?
I'll be coming back. No.
Okay.
So I'd do it 5 hours later.
Appear back in the material plane.
Alright. Where you left in the forest?
Yep.
Nope.
Making sure it's out of sight.
Of course.
Or she's gonna smell like sulfur.
Sulfur or perfume?
Neither of those
Oh.
things. A third worst thing.
Musk. Nothing but
Fresh.
musk.
Yeah, Quacksack returns, but he's not that chiseled, masculine gem dragonborn you remember. He's like emaciated. shriveled.
I walk out a skeleton of my previous
A husk of a man.
Looks like fucking Osiris from Dark Souls 3.
Oh, would you look at that? They're back.
Oh,
You know, he pokes up over the couch and says, "Look at what the cat dragged me."
fucking God. It's good times. Very good times.
Oh, I can only assume.
Did you fix everything like you said you would?
I don't think I can.
What do you mean?
She wants to be able to disappear with me. she's keeping to her responsibilities.
So I suppose she's behaving like an avatar would.
It might change if she wasn't, but I don't know for sure.
I can assume by the fact that there isn't a hit squad showing up to murder me and Rin and everybody else that they don't actually know that we know yet. So what do you think we could do to convince her, I suppose, because at this point we're running out of options.
Yeah. I don't think there's many of them. Honesty. Take my own fault to myself and I'm probably gonna be a responsible parent.
Condemn yourself to Avernus is what I'm assuming that means.
Effectively.
Tiamat's not just gonna let you be a stay-at-home dad. If you do that, he'll probably get you to fight against us when the day comes.
There is, of course, another option I haven't disclosed until this point because I had hoped we had a different one. I could simply take away your ability to make a decision, then you don't need to betray them or us.
That would definitely make for an issue, I'm sure, but
I'm sure you don't want it, but I am saying I have an option for you that takes away the choice. Gran pulls out a gemstone and places it on the table next to him.
Get in the car.
I could, in theory, jam you into a gemstone much like this one, and you would be unable to do anything until I decided to let you out. You'd be trapped in there. Nobody could get you out other than me, so you wouldn't have to make a choice.
Then what? Then we repel the cult and let him out, and he stays in Avernus?
Yes, effectively. He can blame me for imprisoning him, and then they can hunt me for the rest of the time, and he can be happy, I suppose.
might be our only option.
Because it sounds like at this point the kidnapping plan is off the table.
This is too much. It would be too big of a risk.
It would be a rather enormous risk. I suppose you didn't really disclose your own, I suppose you would call it traitorous opinion to Amida then.
For her safety, no. She was already in trouble for helping me.
See, what it sounds like is that she has enough free will for it to work, but you'd have to take the leap and disclose everything to her, which could end badly for both of you.
Not just both of us.
Yes, and the child, of course.
Suppose we have to hope that the council has something
Well-
moving forward on that.
Putting you in a gemstone does count as dealing with you. You wouldn't be able to do anything. You couldn't get out yourself, so... Or you could simply go join Tiamat and oppose us. It is your right. You are your own person. You have every reason in the world to do that, I suppose.
At this point, it's not just me. It's also the sake of my own family.
Yes. Unless we somehow manage to remove Tiamat's entire influence right here, right now, without harming Amida, which I don't really know how that would happen. I'm in a corner, Klex. Like, I don't know what to do.
Keep the gym ready.
Well, I'll go buy a real one then. This one is just a random gemstone I had in my pocket. It won't actually cage you. I'll go buy one.
I hate to suggest this, but would it be safer if Klexic didn't remember this conversation?
Yes.
I mean, I could do that too, I suppose.
If he just thinks we betrayed him.
What do you mean if we betrayed him?
If Klexic thinks we betrayed him, then he'll get in less trouble with Tiamat.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
All right then.
Regardless of anything, this is a last resort. Hopefully we can come up with something better. That something better, in my opinion, is either we go and talk to the Lord of Avernus that controls Hell, something which I feel is very dangerous and a stupid idea, or we go talk to Bahamut, which I also feel is incredibly difficult. And probably not likely to happen.
I don't know anything about Bahamut, but if he is Tiamat's truest enemy, I doubt he'll want Tiamat's children to live.
Well, considering he's the Lord of Justice, perhaps he wouldn't see it fit to kill children, but... For once, I have no real magical way to solve this.
It's all held together pretty tightly. I'm gonna go finish doing what I intended to do for Horrell this fall. That fell down on me.
Yes, go ahead.
Just gonna go back to Shambhala.
Finish the fight, Chief.
Alright. We're all going back to downtime until some event happens.
Goddamn right.
I would like to go buy a
Yeah? Oh,
Wait,
the
what
gem.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me go read imprisonment. Let's see.
Spells of gold, right?
It's 500 per hit dice of the target.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
It's very expensive.
That's quite expensive.
Wait, oh
This
my
is a gemstone,
god.
which means it
bro.
retains this exact value.
So 10,000?
Yeah.
That's a very expressive gem, my guy.
What if it's current hit dice? Expands all its hit die and then do the spell.
If he has 0 hit dice left, don't jump.
You just imprison him in a local rock. Worth nothing.
No.
Actually, no. Okay, the diamond's only 8,000 gold. I was like, actually, I have a 10,000 gold diamond in my pocket, but no, it's only 8,000. I don't know what to do, Ren. I think we're fucked.
I mean,